Right, hopefully my stream should have started. As per usual, I'm going to be playing here in the daily Superblitz Arena here on Lead Chess. This is 3-minute blitz and it's for 1.5 hours and it starts in just over a minute. You can see my start rating at this event is 2110. So it's always a good guide to see how close you can be to your starting rating at the end as to how well you've done. Anything around 50% is always very, very good. They're always strong events. These, you can see we've got a 2600 playing in this. A number of other players over 2400, 23. String of 22s. So very, very strong field. 247 players. I expect that will grow quite a bit as the event goes on. Right, we're getting ready to start, so good luck everybody.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
My sound level is okay. 2113, good luck. Okay, let's go e4. Okay, just play a knight up. Guess rook across. Now, what do I want to do? Let's trade the bishop, I think. d4, play c5. Okay, logical. I'm just going to push up, I think. So he plays up. So let's just push again. But now I have to take with a knight, of course. Okay, I think I better take there now, otherwise I'm going to blunder this away. Now what to do with this knight? Probably drop it back. I've actually given him a pretty decent position here. Knight across, then maybe queen over if he plays knight in. But not a pleasant position that I've got myself into. Yeah, maybe knight back is playable to challenge the knight. Maybe I can push. He's going after the pawn. So queen up and maybe rook across. He plays knight over. Take, take, take. Can he take? I don't know. What about with a rook? Take, take, take. Now let's go with the this way. If I drop back and support the pawn, he gets the knight and he mixes this up. Yeah, I'm going to risk it though. Let's risk it. Okay. So I guess rook across and then rook up maybe. If I play a pawn up, he's got a move like this, which could be awkward as well. So I want to play this to stop my opponent playing the same move. He hits the rook. Now I can actually play rook across maybe there. Actually no, that's dangerous because he might get knight in. Okay, so I better drop back. Okay, that's a draw. Solid start. Well done. After that first game, it's just a case of whoever becomes available that's nearest to your rating. So 1389, so clearly nobody near my rating available, so good luck. Never take it for granted, just based on your opponent's rating. You can see he's playing very, very quickly. Right, so queen up, so we're lining up a take if his other knight wanders off, but not If the knight covers, it does nothing really. Knight in is a threat though, so he heads it off straight away. Knight in's playable, but I'll just develop the knight to try and help guard this. Okay, he comes up, so pawn up. Now I might actually just push the pawn. If knight takes, take the bishop. He does come in. So we take and hit the queen, then we take and grab the pawn. So we're hitting a pawn. So I can grab that pawn if I want it. I don't see why not. We hit the rook. Okay, goes across. So I guess just drop the queen back and maybe back again. Then maybe push the pawn up. Knight across. Okay, I'm going to go up and offer to trade the queens then. Okay, I can trade the knight, but I can go in and then check and get rid of his bishop instead. That's a dilemma. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to hit the rook and then go in and take the bishop. So check. So take. Now I think rook across, and at some point I'm going to look to push. So hit the rook. Now if I push, he gets his knight in. Let's push this pawn. I'm just doing this so my king's got a square, so I don't walk into silly back rank checkmates, of course. I'll take that, double his pawns up. So now just give himself a nice solid structure, and now it is time to push. So we connect our rooks. I can almost pre-move this move, pretty much whatever he does, but no need to with plenty of time on the clock. So we have control of the open file. Okay, let's bring the rook forward, then maybe edge the king up. Pawn up here looks very sensible as well. He's pushed up, so I can get rid of a rook maybe. Yeah, it's got to be right to get rid of a rook. I grab a pawn as well. We hit another pawn, so take it. Another one, and another one. Now protect this pawn, and then just play the rook up there. Now just push. Push again, and again. So I'm threatening to check and drive him to the back rank. I'm going to bring the king up. If he deviates and grabs the pawn, I'll just take his pawn. That gets rid of any real risk. Okay, I can actually push here, can't I? Yeah, if he takes the pawn, I just take back. I don't really care about this one. I'm going to drive his king back now. And just edge forward and bring the king up. Okay, pawn up, pawn up. Again, I don't care about that pawn. Let's just edge forward, so we're threatening checkmate. He missed it. So we got to win the end, but he played a very solid game for his rating. Well done. 22-20, good luck. Fix, so G3. Now let's put the bishop on the same diagonal. Okay, I'll take. I don't think he'll trade queens here, but you never know. No, he doesn't, so pawn up's not quite a move. Rook across, no, I don't like that. I'm going to play queen across, get on a dark square. Maybe queen up to one of these squares. Yeah, queen up. Ooh, so he's given me knight up there. Knight takes, bishop takes, rook takes, doesn't quite work. I'm going to push. If he takes, the idea was knight across. He's maybe got knight down, but either way, knight across and I'm covering it. I'm also hitting the rook and hitting the bishop. So if I take the bishop, is knight down a serious problem? Can I grab a pawn and move the queen? But then he still gets the rook, so it's risky, risky, risky. Let's just see how he chooses to play it. I'm tempted to grab the bishop even if he gets the rook. I'd be really tempted to do that. Yeah, he plays bishop back. Actually, can't I just take that? I hit the queen. If he takes, I take with a check, then I hit the rook. Why can't I just take the rook anywhere? You take that first because I hit the queen. If he takes, I get a check, then I grab the rook. Now surely rook across, what's wrong with that? He has to guard his pawn, but he's also got the knight to worry about. Check, not quite right, so I think rook up, threatening to come here to fork the two. So if I go here, if he comes down a take, he comes down, queen down, it must be winning. Hold on, check, he goes up, check, he goes back, it's not actually mate. Excellent, very good, very good. Managed to work it out. 21-16, good luck. Okay, we have the advance, so I'll drop back. Okay, how do I play this? I think g6. e6 is still a move that you really want to play. Actually, let's hit the bishop there. Okay, let's just play up and then up. Now, do I take, take, take? No. Let's just play e6. So I'm still looking at playing the standard c5 at some point. Yeah, let's play that now. Right, knight up. If he takes, I have to take with the king. He pushes up. So I need to break that pin. I can castle. Pawn down takes, takes as a pin. So I really have to move the queen. Actually, I won't pre-move there because knight forward becomes playable. Potentially playable knight forward and then pawn up to support the knight. Let's do that, hit the bishop, and maybe pawn up. Or maybe I can just take, depending on what he does here. He might play queen up, he does. So get rid of that annoying bishop. So take one. Okay, so if I castle, I lose a knight. Okay, so rook up, hit the pawn. pre-move in case he takes the knight. But if I castle, if I need to bail out and castle, I'm going to lose it. So he pushes. Okay, so I guess I need to play the knight back just so I can castle. And now I need to find a good square for the knight. Now this looks very logical, but then they all kind of feel like they're on the wrong side of the board, because this could blast open at any moment. So he played across, so I'm going to do it. I might actually just sack a pawn here just to take a bit of strain off. So queen to the corner, I guess. Now he's got rook down. Can I defend it? The knight does support. Suppose I could then pin his rook. He plays king up. So I've not got rook up, he's got the bishop. Okay, so I'm going to challenge his bishop then. He goes back, so he wants to connect the knight up. Pawn takes, queen takes. Yeah, I think knight up now. I'm sacking a pawn to try and take off a little bit of pressure. It might be a mistake, of course. It might be a big mistake. So rook across. It probably is a big mistake. What do I do? If rook up, he's just got rook down. So I don't see any way out of this little box that I'm in. Pawn up, he just pushes. So I'm going to have to play up. He goes back. Interesting. So he's allowing me to play queen up. Queen up though he pushes. I think it's playable though. So I'm threatening to grab the pawn. If he pushes, I think I can take. Yeah, take, take, take with the rook. So he comes up. Okay, now I'm putting pressure pinning the knight. Whether I can do anything with it is another matter, of course. Let's just edge up again. Maybe try and come across. I'm going to have to take and drop back there, hit the pawn. Very annoying move he just found there. Again, if he pushes, I'll just take. Why didn't I just take his other pawn there? I could have just taken it. Excellent, managed to flag him. Excellent, very good, very good. Where am I? There I am. Wow, look at that. 26 points already. I've got 3 wins and a draw, 9 points. Wow, that's what you have to do to compete to win these events. That is just impossible for me, of course. I will never ever be scoring like that, and you won't see me using berserk mode. So 2, 2, 3, 3, good luck. Okay, he's just having a rest between games. You've got a little countdown there showing you how long you've got to make the move. I think it's 20 seconds. Let's just play up. That's for your very first move. So look to just trade that defending bishop. He plays up. Okay, so let's just go e3, prepare to drop the bishop back. I'll just develop the other one. If he plays e5 though, I might go to c4. Oh, he pushes. Okay. I think I'm going to take there. I just prepared a castle. I've got a path for my bishop back. I can develop the rook with tempo maybe, or maybe just bring the knight up. He plays bishop up. Let's play knight up and maybe forward. He does castle, so pawn up becomes playable, but he can easily defend, so then you have to decide if you're going to sack. I'm not sure I am. Let's play it anyway, then maybe drop the bishop this way instead of that way, Okay, so he's let me take the pawn. So take. So hit the bishop. He won't want me to take the bishop, I don't think, unless he's just going to go ultra aggressive and just open everything up. He drops back, logical. Pawn up, he's got knight takes, so bishop up, he's got knight in. So I'm going to develop the rook now and then look to play knight forward maybe. But he's got knight hitting the pawn, so... Oh, he's actually let me play it. So let's go with the pawn. So he hits the bishop, logical. Now do a sack. I think that looks very, very tempting. I'm going to do that. No idea if it's a pile of garbage or not. So let's just play up and hit the pawn. So rook across. Oh, he's gone into a diagonal though. So I think that's a mistake. I think he's just blundered a rook. Has he got a tactic back, like bishop up or something? Has he got a tactic there? I'm threatening to grab that pawn with check as well, so I can do that now. So if I check, he takes, check, he blocks. I've still got a check, so it's a free pawn, I guess. And then bishop back. Mind you, he can block with this, can't he? Hits my knight, so I might have blundered a bishop there. That's annoying. I've not calculated that very well. He should have played f6. So just drop the bishop back. If he takes, I can go with queen. If he grabs the pawn, queen across. Okay, so now I hit the queen, the pawn's protected. That's protected, that's covered, he goes back. So do I take? Take, 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 and I'm a clean exchange up. Take, take, check and get the queen off. So take, take, check, he can block. I'm going to do it. I'm just going to take and simplify. Yeah, let's throw in a check. Obviously, I want to get this rook active somewhere. So it depends where he goes now, whether I get another check. But I'm looking just rook up and rook across. Something fairly simple, straightforward. So I check and hit the pawn. So now I get the rook up and rook across idea. If he checks, I've got king up and he's got no further check. And of course, rook check, bishop blocks, I've got g4, or I can take. And in fact, rook here as well, and I'm threatening this pawn this way. He might just resign this, he might play on. So he does play on. So throw in the check. So check, up, check. This must be winning, right? Yeah, he just resigns. That's a terrific start, isn't it? Terrific. Wow. That doesn't happen very often that I get a start like this. But I can't remember it. A draw and 4 wins in my first 5 games. I honestly can't remember having done that before. And yet I've only got a third of the points of the leaders. That is unbelievably impressive. It really is seriously good, that. The 5s mean that he's going berserk, by the way, so he gets a minute and a half instead of 3 minutes. 2094, good luck. Now, in the reti, against e6 you normally meet it with g3, and c6 you would play b3. So I'm going to take the pawn and castle. And then you've got a choice, d3 or d4, or you can play b3. I'm going to go b3 and develop. But I might go to a3 and try and trade this bishop off. So let's do that. Now I'll play what? What do I want to play? Just d3, give the knight a square. Then rook across and prepare to push maybe. Right, so do I play e4? If he takes, I can take with the rook, and that's fine. If he doesn't take, then I've got a nice centre with f4 potentially to come. He does, so I'll take with a rook. Then knight up becomes playable. Hold on, has he just allowed knight up there? Hit the queen, hit the bishop. So I'm going to take the bishop, I guess. Now I'm going to play knight up and try and just shuffle that pawn over. So, well done. Have I got queen up? Where do I put the queen? I want it on one of these. He offers a draw. Okay, that's a fair enough result. I wouldn't normally take a draw that early on, but sensible. Given the start I've had, 2100, good luck. Okay, that's ultra aggressive, so I'll just try and control part of the centre, just drop back. d6. So knight up, hit the pawn. I'll stop the knight jumping in here. Actually, let's play h6. Then knight up onto its natural square, just castle. Keep it simple. Knight up is tempting. Just castle. Right, now knight up becomes playable, and if he takes, you can take. Okay, you can still play it, or you can look to trade that bishop maybe. Let's look to trade that bishop. He plays knight forward, hitting my knight. That's a bit irritating. I'm going to have to take that. No, maybe I can pin the bishop there. So if I take, he has to take with the knight, but I don't see anything better though. Don't see out better. So let's just go in and hit the bishop. If he comes up, I've got a knight check, which would be nice, or the knight that way. Knight there's not quite playable. Ooh, have I got queen up? No, it doesn't work. So let's just take that bishop then. Now play up and try and get my bishop into play. It's always interesting, knights against bishops. I often prefer the knight myself, even though theoretically the bishop should be the better piece. Like, I can put the rook here, but he's got a lovely move over. Oh, he's trading the queens. Okay. Now if the knight moves, he's got a pawn loose, otherwise I'm going to double up. So I can't quite take, so I hit the knight. But if rook across, I think I can take. So pawn up takes, takes. Yeah, I think f5 is playable. Let's just bring the king up. Maybe rook up to support the bishop. He plays rook up, logical. So just rook up to support the bishop. His knight's free to move now, so I might just trade it. So bishop up, knight takes, pawn takes looks strong, but it could become very weak, very difficult to defend. So is there anything wrong with rook up here? Because we're hitting the pawn at the end if he trades. We're hitting this. That one's covered, of course. Now bishop up, knight takes, pawn takes, and they get loose. So bishop up. Oh, I'm down on the clock though. I'm well down on the clock. Okay, I can take one. So can I hit the rook? If I hit the rook, he comes down, he pins me though, doesn't he? So I've got to give him that one back. So let's play across to try and keep him defending this, and then I've got a pawn. Threatening a check. It's actually not easy this because he's got his own passer now. Check, he comes up, queen, he just takes. Yeah, I've blundered this completely, I'm now lost. Or in principle I'm lost. If he pushes though I can come down, I think. Threatening a check, and if the rook comes over a queen. Oh, I can't take, I have blundered it. Yeah, I just lost. So I have to play behind. So what I'm going to do is actually play for these pawns here. Which clearly I can't get, so I'm going to have to sack the rook. It's just plain lost. Yeah, no, it's not possible to do anything. So just give him that and say, well done, I just messed the ending up there. Should have been another win, should have been at least a draw, but he did very well, so well played. Very impressive at the top, isn't it? That very impressive. Right, 1986, good luck. Okay, let's play c4 again. Takes, so queen a4. Knight up gives me a choice. I think knight in is correct if I remember. But he can force an endgame with queen up. He can force the endgame. He's got queen up, knight takes. Yeah, let's just take the pawn. I'm sure knight up is playable there. It's a good while since I've looked at it though, so just develop. Okay, I'm going to bring the bishop out this side. The knight over to hit the bishop is playable here with a hit on the knight, so he's allowed that. Can he defend it? Because we're actually threatening to take and win a pawn. He comes in, so if I take, he takes, that's no good. So I guess I've got check though. Take the bishop, castle. Now d4 to kick the knight, and then again the pawn's a target, but feels wrong. I think d4 feels right, and then maybe bishop up. And it might prompt h6. So he's got a solid position, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's just more a nuisance move. That h6 drop back. Then we get a target to aim at. Yeah, so he goes sensible, solid. So let's, as soon as he hits the bishop, I'll just take whatever's there. So rook across, preparing a move like knight up. Knight in we can take, so just take there, get the rook across. Okay. No, a4 he's got. No, he doesn't have a5, does he? So let's play a4. He can't move a pawn because his knight would hang. So just trying to gain space. Simple, sensible logic. Ah, now what about knight in over to go this way? Knight on the side feels completely out the game, doesn't it? Yeah, let's bring the knight this way. Going here looks logical to come in, but it just feels like it's out of the way too much. So go forward and then maybe bring it round. Okay, I'm going to prepare to attack the knight. I could even just play simply up there. Takes, takes, looks good. And again, I'm aware of the clock, I'm a little down on time. Oh, he's offered the trade. Takes, takes, takes. Hasn't he just blundered there? If he takes back, he's hung a rook. So now if I connect, I've got a check, king up, nothing to follow, so should I grab the pawn? Don't see why not. I've got a square to come back and across. I could even take the bishop there, or bishop up, hit the pawn. So drop back, just so I don't blunder the piece somehow. Actually, that's not good. Let's go up here. I could even trade everything off potentially, but it's not quite right just yet. Yeah, now I'm in a position where I can trade off. I've got the outside pawn, so just get rid of his queen, and that's just cleanly winning. So if we get a chance, just queen takes bishop. He's not going to be able to stop this. Clearly I can just drop the bishop right back there. And now this is just overload. Let's just step across, take. Another win. Very, very nice. Very nice. Very good. Oh, we have a GM playing. Excellent. Where am I? 8 games, 6 wins, a draw. No, 5 wins, 2 draws, no losses. Very, very good. 21.85. Good luck. You can see I'm 2-0 down to this opponent. Okay, let's stick to c4. So again, g3, like I played earlier. Oh, he pushes. I think take is probably sensible there then. Then d4. Now again, I'm going to bring the bishop up and trade it, and then play e3 if I can, just to try and solidify this. He can still play that potentially, so it doesn't put an end to it, so it's still queen up, extra layer of protection. Yeah, he's just going all in. So h4 is playable, tempts this. Let's play h4. It might be a mistake, but if he pushes then this gets harder to play. Yeah, he plays back. Can I potentially push here? I don't think so. Let's just play rook across. Now I can play up, takes, takes, take here first. So take one and go forward. He comes in. So I guess I shuffle across there. I'm aware I'm sacking a pawn there, by the way, I'm aware of that. So if I take, he's got this, but I think I have to take. And then maybe queen up. But I don't really have anything else, do I? That's a problem. Take, take. Have I got take, take? Oh, take, take, rook up. Doesn't quite work. If I can double these rooks, then take, rook up and a cross might become playable. I don't think it quite works though. Bishop up, of course, is a potential move, but he's got queen across, which is a bit irritating. Or has he? No, I suppose he can just trade. He can just trade, can't he? It's good for him, I think, to simplify. Yeah, he pushes down, he heads off that idea completely, but now takes might be my only sensible move. I don't see any other way out. Yeah, he's just shut that off completely. Takes, rook up. Yeah, this is just a losing game, so I'm going to go for it, but I can already tell it's clearly not going to work, but you might as well try something if you're in a lost position. I guess he can just drop the bishop back calmly. And then what have I got? Maybe queen back, but then the queen's getting out of play. Doesn't look right, does it? Doesn't look right. So I've got a check, takes, check. He blocks. Again, not quite right. Yeah, he's going to target this pawn though. So I'm going to have to go for the check. So take, he can take either way. So let's hit the bishop. So drop back. I just don't see the way to get the rook on the right square. He's got all the bases covered. If he just sits in a bunker, he's fine, isn't he? I mean, rook across, and then I still can't bring it round. Okay, I'll play across anyway, just to keep him tied down a little bit. If he wanders off, that's when he might open things up. He has to stay in a bunker, I think. But how do I get the rook on a better square? He's given me the check. He can block with a bishop. Okay, so now he's allowed the rook up to potentially check. Or potentially here to grab this. Okay, so check, and he comes up. Check, he goes back. I might as well try something because I'm still very, very low on time, of course. So we're threatening checkmate. Ah, blundered it. Blundered it, I just didn't see it. Well done. Okay, 2-4-5-2, good luck. He's just debating whether to go berserk, of course. He's got 15 seconds to decide. I'll stick to c4. Okay, e3. b4. All just standard stuff. And in the reti, it's quite common to actually sack a pawn here. Okay, I think I can take though. And bishop up, I think, is correct. It's a lot of years since I've last looked at this, a long time. I think I have to play d3 if I remember. If he takes, I have to take. Grabs the pawn. So now e4. Then bishop up, and then try and castle. So he hits the bishop, logical, so queen up. He's got a bishop check there. Just castle. Okay, so now bishop up to look to trade his bishop off. I can play a knight forward, but what's it going to achieve? Not a lot. So let's just play a rook across I've got a feeling the knight's going to be better jumping around this side, something like that. Again, I can still play a knight up, but it can't come back. That's the problem. Yeah, let's just drop the knight back and maybe go in this side instead. I think I can drop back there. The knight's covered. But he's got this little majority here. So what can I do? Rook across? Oh, he's going for it. He's really going for it. Okay. So I don't want to take there. But knight down. Takes, 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 takes. I think it looks forced. Okay, well now I potentially could go for it. The rook hangs though. Let's play rook up potentially to take. Yeah, he pushes, so f3 is probably forced. It's a horrible move to have to play though, f3. I'm in a complete bunker now. So a sack might be coming. Let's push and try and push. He could just blow me wide open here though, I might not have a defence here. Yes, now which one of them do I want to take? I've got a feeling the knight is the one to take. I'm going to give him the rook here. So let's go with the knight. Okay, so knight across. He comes in, so take. Rook over, and then try and bring the knight back. Not that it's really doing me too much good. I might be better off just simply pushing. But the more I open, the more risk I'm taking. Up, he's got bishop down. Can I push again? Yeah, let's just drop the knight back. Yeah, I don't actually know why I played this. I have to play up there. He might actually sack there, but if not, I'm going to get knight in. Yeah, king up. Oh, I wanted the knight there. What am I doing? I wanted the king here. I've just wasted a complete move there. I wanted to bring the knight up. Oh, how silly was that? I mean, he can play this now. That was terrible. Yeah, he's got mate on 2 squares. Well done. I just did a mouse slip there, put the king on the wrong square. So 17 points. Still barely a third of what the leader has got. And we're about just over halfway through, 43 minutes left. So 2, 3, 5, 2, good luck. Play another Caro-Kann. Okay, now I think h5 is correct here, but generally you want to get e6 in as much as you can. So now e6 is played, it's a lot more safe. I'm going to pin the knight there. Just take it. Yeah, I think queen up and just take if he takes. Okay, drop back. Okay, now I might be able to play up and come solid here. I'm going to go for that. Just try and get a really solid centre. Knight in I don't think is really doing a great deal. I've always got rook across. Now can I break this side? I'm going to risk it. I'm going to try and break through this side and push. So there's a pawn he protects. So rook to one of these if I can. So rook across. Look to trade the queen. So again, can I push? He just takes, so no. So queen up. Now rook across, hit the pawn. There's a check threat, but it's not really doing much. Ooh, 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 I missed that, I missed that. I have to defend that, don't I? I can't run the king away. So can I push up here? Takes, takes, takes. I'm going to risk it. Again, I'm in a losing position now, so I might as well risk something. But the knight's got outposts. Okay, rook across. So now do I go forward? If I take, he takes. So I have to go forward. I can't quite take. I can check though. Let's play rook across and maybe pawn up. Yeah, I've blundered this completely now. I don't see any good squares for anything. Can I get away with this? He's just got check, hasn't he? So king up. I'm threatening a discovered check though. But he's hitting my queen. Yeah, I don't have a move there, do I? No. I don't see any good moves. So if I go up, he's got check. I have to come back. I have to, but I don't see any other good move. Well done. So I'm tailing off a bit now, 4 losses out of 5, but it's still very good overall. So 2183, good luck. Actually, yeah, let's go G3. I've played this a few times. Let's go E3. Okay. So just develop the knight. He pushes, so I'll play it in reverse to what I just played. So we'll take. We'll just try and gain a little space, and we'll give the bishop a square maybe. So bishop up. Hold on, can I play up there? No, I can't. Yes, I might have blundered here. I might be just starting to lose my concentration just a little bit now. If I go up, he's... what's he got? He can't play rook immediately down, but he's got me all completely boxed, so this is a terrible position. Terrible position. So knight up takes, takes. Let's hit the bishop, but he's just going to come in over. I don't see any way out of this. Just push. So he takes. So I think I have to take. So he plays down. Okay, I guess I can go forward there. Look to trade the queen, I'm hitting the knight. He takes the knight. So take. So again, we're hitting the knight there. He grabs the pawn, he hits my rooks. So I think bishop up to hit the rook. Just connect these two. Try not to blunder a checkmate. It's incredibly easy to blunder these positions. So I probably need to play this next, whatever he does, unless he hits my queen. But a move like queen down threatens checkmate, so can I take the rook? Now rook across. Get the two rooks a bit closer together. He's still coming forward. Maybe I can get the knight back now. Hit the queen again. So he goes back. Yeah, knight up to hit the bishop and hit the pawn. I'm threatening to take the pawn, I think. Gotta be careful though, because he's still eyeing my rook. Gotta be careful. Yeah, bishop forward, but I can take and hit the queen, right? Then I'm threatening to go back and discover on the bishop, so he's offered a queen trade. I don't have to though. I'm gonna go up. Then hit the rook and hit the pawn if he takes. I'm hitting the bishop if he doesn't. He doesn't take. Can't I just take? That's a free bishop, right? Yeah, he just forgot about it. Excellent, very good. (82nd) out of 1500, that's very good. There's a couple of IMs there as well. I saw a GM somewhere, didn't I? Crush is doing well. There's a GM there. Right, 1871, good luck. You can see he's higher up than me, so he's doing very, very well this event. Goes back, so just castle. So we'll just trade off that white bishop, the light squared bishop. Now the thing you have to do here is just not forget that the knight is unguarded. So pawn up, he's got the annoying knight in, but I think it's still playable. Yeah, I think c5 is still playable. But there's this really annoying move though. Just pushes up, so I'll take. Okay, so... where do I want the knight? Let's just come straight back. Okay, now I'll go forward, hit the bishop, so if he castles I'll take the bishop. And then maybe f6 becomes playable. Now I'm not going to take there and open this file up. So I'm going to push this side. He's probably going to go queen side. He challenges the knight, that's a good move. So I'd better take. Right, now he might go king side as per what you'd expect. He's not doing anything. Okay, let's push. He can't take there because he walks into a pin. Yeah, I've got to play up there. It's getting quite dangerous now, this. Getting quite dangerous. So he hits the queen. So bishop back. Oh, I've blundered. I've just blundered. I'm going to have to give him the queen for 2 pieces. He didn't see it. He just had the straight clean win there, I think. Now I can play up and allow knight in, but it gives me a much stronger position if I give him the rook. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm aware he can take the rook, but it gives me a much stronger pawn structure. Gives me a chance to open things up if he pushes. Take, take, queen check, maybe take. Yeah, so take and check. But I could still be just completely hopelessly lost here. So can I take there? I think I can. I'm threatening rook down to hit the queen. If he takes with the queen I can grab this pawn, that was my idea, so... Oh, and I'm dropping this, I'm dropping this. Wow. I've got to go forward and hit the queen then. He's got no check and I'm hitting this pawn as well. Oh, what have I done? What have I done? I just forgot that he was hitting the queen. Well, that's when you know that you're suddenly not doing so well now, when you just miss silly things like that, but these things happen. I'll just stretch my knee a bit. I've got a little bit of a sore knee. Let's try not to go gifting any more queens away. 1839, good luck. Okay, I'm going to switch to a Sicilian now. Just play a bit more attacking. Where do I go? Just here, I think. Knight up. Okay. Go and play a knight and hit the bishop. Right, so I think d6 initially instead of d5. Then knight back. So if he pushes, I've always got a counter push, and I think, no, f6 is bad. Knight up. Yeah, knight up, hit the pawn, threaten a fork. And now can I play e5? It does allow knight over, but it's still not good, is it? Still not good. Let's play queen up, support the pawn a bit better. And have I just trapped my own knight in? Wow, that's unforgivable. Yeah, I'm just losing that zip that I had earlier on. Just losing it, aren't I? Just losing it. Bishop up to maybe trade. Oh, he drops the knight back. Okay, let's play rook across then. Yeah, my knee's hurting a little bit again. Excuse me. Half an hour to go. I'd like to play the whole event, but my knee's hurting a little bit. So let's take. And not to trade the other rook. It just takes a bit of pressure off his attack if I trade rooks. Now, what can I do? I think I can play up and hit the knight there. I must play a move like h6 though. Just make sure there's no immediate back rank issues. Hit the knight again. So if I take, queen up, queen down, take, I think I can play that. He offers the trade. Yeah, if he does the taking, I think that's alright because it undoubles my pawn and gives me a much better structure. Now I can take the pawn. Am I blundering anything? He doesn't have a check. So now maybe I can just go back and look to trade again. He pushes, that's logical. Okay, now I can actually play here. If he takes it, I take his bishop with a check, and then I can do something about my other bishop. So he sees it. So take, and I can push. Now that's tempting. Pawn up, he can take. Let's push the pawn. If he takes, I'm going to take this one with the bishop. Oh god, again, I'm 30 seconds down now. It does happen though, when you try and commentate and explain what you're doing, you definitely lose a bit of play quality. So take, ooh. Right, I'm going to have to try and trade there, I'm in trouble this game now. But if he trades, I've got a nice advanced pawn, and he has. So can I push? Oh, I've allowed him to push though, haven't I? He pushes, I push. Up, king over, he's got king over. So I've got to go negative here, I've got to go defensive. And then bishop here to support the pawn. Assuming he pushes, so I cover this square. So can I get round? I'm in serious danger of losing this. But he can't bring his king further in. But what do I do with my bishop? What on earth do I do with it? Kinda stuck. But I can go forward. I can go forward because my bishop covers his promotion square. He's pushed his pawn. But surely I can drop back now. Just hit the pawn. So he's going to have to promote and then he'll grab my pawn. But then takes a lot of the pressure off. Yeah, he should just promote. I take, then he takes here. But then I get a check back. He doesn't go for it. don't think I can actually win this though. That's a big problem. I don't think I can win this. But can I sack my bishop for the other pawn? All I need to do is sack my bishop for that. If I get that pawn, then it's a draw. Or it should be. Oh, I'm out of time, I can't. Yeah, I couldn't. Wow. That is shocking. That is an absolute shocker and a half, that. I mean, I should never, ever, ever lose to two 1800s in a row, but to be fair, I did just have a brainwave and blunder the queen in one, but it shouldn't ever happen twice in a row, though. Okay, I can push there. Goes back. Let's just go e3 rather than e4, though. So I'm going to take and castle. I'm going to drop back. So I'm going to trade, but what do I go with? Let's go with the queen and keep the pawn intact. And just drop back. And maybe across. Yeah, that's a good move. That's a bit irritating. So I've got to drop back so I can push. Maybe I can push here and again sack to open it up. If he takes, then I can take in the middle. That would actually be very good, but if he doesn't, he can bring his knight in. Yeah, I think c5 looks good. Let's see what he does. Right, I'm going to play it. So if he takes, I'm going here. Oh, he takes. He gets rid of his defending bishop. I did not think he would do that. So play up to stop his knight jumping in easily. But then what? Then what? Then what? Let's try and kick the knight and bring the bishop up. Oh man, he can just win a pawn. My bishop is hanging. That's exactly what he's done. Exactly what he's done. I'm not going to take there, so what am I going to do? I'm just going to calmly drop back. Now hit the knight, and then look to trade that bishop. So again, a bishop lose a queen clearly isn't good, so play across. Yeah, I'm just kind of losing that little bit of concentration now, but it is quite late in the day here, and I'm very much an early morning person. Go to bed early, get up early, so the later the days, the less good I tend to play. I tend to play better earlier in the day. Right, but there's one objective, get rid of that. So we might as well play rook up, but actually can I play a move like f3? Yeah, f3 and e4, what's wrong with that? I can always just trade if he brings a knight, and he's got this side I guess, though that's not good. Yeah, that just wins on the spot, doesn't it? He's going to leave me an exchange down and a pawn down, so that's not good. Okay, no, now I can trade it, but then he's going to come in, but I'm going to have to trade. So I'm going to have to just double the rooks up and hope for a miracle. So double the rooks, and then queen up. Okay, well I can play queen up now. I don't think he'll trade, I think he'll grab the pawn. He takes a risk if he does though. So I might get the 7th rank. He does. Ah. Play king up first. If I play the immediate rook up, he could have pinned, which is exactly what he's gone for. So I'm just going to calmly drop back. Oh, have I just walked into this? So I have. So let's drop back. But I'm trying to get that 7th rank just to have half a chance. Okay, let's push. I mean, my chances are slim to none, but you might as well still try. You may as well still try. But now I think I can afford to trade queens. I've got a very nice pawn. I don't think he can afford to. He might do though, he might not see it better. So I can take or I can push. So if I push, yeah, just push. If he takes, I take. It's a very nice move, very nice, so I'll have to take. There's no point trying to defend that pawn now, he's done extremely well working that out. Again, I mustn't pre-move here just in case. But if I get the 7th rank here, it's still awkward. I'm threatening mate in 3. So he just has to be aware there's a checkmate threat there. So he's played up. So check, he has to go this way I guess. At some point he does. So I'm threatening checkmate in 2 places. He might have to go back and repeat. No, I don't really want a repetition here. He's so low on time, I should be able to flag him, which is why I'm not repeating. He has to go back now. Now I can grab the pawn, so it's cleanly winning. Excellent, excellent. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7 wins, and what's that? 2 draws is 9, and that's 6 losses, so that's not bad. I've played a couple of shockers, of course, but had a couple of very, very good wins. Let's stick to the Caro-Kann. I was going to play the Sicilian, but I'll stick to the Caro-Kann. We have the advance again. E6 as early as you can, very important. Now, do I want to play that? Let's just play C5. Take. You've just got to be a little bit careful in these lines because you can get smothered mated. Actually, I'm going to go cautious and bring the bishop this way, I think. Again, I would not be surprised if he chucks everything forward. Very tempting. Let's just play rook across and knight across. Yeah, knight in. I'm going to take that because I can use the knight as a barricade at some point. Like now. The queen's got a potential path. Not sure it does me any good. Up if he takes, the check is not playable. So up he has to take. So I have to go into defensive mode here, this isn't good. Yeah, so I've misplaced this one as well. Misplayed it as well, I should say. So I might as well play f6 then, try and open things up. Yeah, he's gonna go ultra aggressive. That might actually give me half a chance. It might give me half a chance. So let's play it back and go on this file. Just tempting him forward and bring the queen across. So I'm pressuring this file now. There's pressure on the pawn. The knight's got the ability to jump. So hit the bishop. I'm hanging a pawn there, so again I'm taking a risk, but I'm going to bring the rook across and go for it. Ooh, this knee. It'd be nice if somebody has a spare knee going that I could have. I don't know what I've done to it, like. No idea what I've done to it. Very double-edged position this, because he's got an open king now. Ooh, he's put his queen on the other side. What's he done that for? So he's given me a free move to hit the queen and then maybe come in over. So think about that. So in, say he stays on this file. Knight in, if he takes. Across, say goes back. Knight in. He grabs the pawn. He can't grab the pawn, can he? It's covered. So it is a free jump across to hit the 2 pieces. Oh, I've done it again. I do not believe it. I've just given a free piece away. I just didn't see it again. What on earth is going on? Okay, hit the pawn. What on earth is happening? I gave a free queen away, now I've given a free knight away. Simply not seeing things. That's what you call a senior moment. Okay, I've still actually got check there. He's got to still be a teeny bit careful, I hope. Now, does it make a difference taking or not taking? I'm going to take. I'm going to go this side. If I put the queen there, I've got no real way in. So check. So back. Yeah, I'm still hopelessly lost here though. There's just no way through, is there? No way through, no way to create any pressure. I'm going to sack a pawn just in the hope that he opens the file up. Yeah, he goes back, he does the right thing. I can't play that. Let's go across. I'm going to play up. Wow, he's walked into a pin on his queen. Wow, that's given me half a chance. So I'm still completely lost, or I should be completely lost, but knight and I just take. Bring the king up. So just get behind his pawn. Oh, I have got a pawn of my own here though, he's got to watch it. Excellent, managed to flag another one, excellent. Again, I played an absolute shocking blunder, didn't I, and swindled it, but that's chess. Right, 21-12, good luck. Okay, let's keep this fairly straightforward as well. Now, do I go after trading that bishop? No, I'm just going to go cautiously, I won't. Mind you, going cautiously hasn't exactly worked in the last few games, has it? I've played some right howlers. Okay, I'll trade that there, and I'll trade one of these if one moves or one doesn't. If the knight moves, I'll trade the bishop. If it doesn't, I'll just leave it there. Yeah, so... Let's push and try and just immediately push. So it's possible. I think I should play rook across, so... But pawn up is still playable, right? There's 12 minutes left, as you can see. That'll be the end of today's streams, then I'll be back at some point early tomorrow. So what's he done? Rook back to f8. Okay, I'm going to play rook across to target this pawn because I'm covering this square with a bishop. So now he wants to trade the bishop, and it's probably good. It's probably forced actually because he's got a dangerous threat here. Ooh, it's actually not easy to defend. Go on the dark square. If I'd have played queen up, he could have fought the other side. So bishop back is a move, I think. Yeah, hit the knight, hit the pawn. He's got knight in, but the queen's got a nice Nice path out, and then pressures another pawn. Yeah, queen up. Then I'm going to play h4 and maybe h5. I can't play the rook across though, so I could be in a bit of trouble this side. He's got to move like queen down at some point. Not easy, not easy, not easy. So let's play h4 and go for h5. But I might be better playing e4 as well. And if I trade off, get rid of that knight, it makes it a lot easier on that side. He's got a very, very nice bind on this position. So do I go all in with g4? I'm going to. And now I'm threatening to play h5 again. King up and rook across becomes an idea. Actually, yeah, that's not a bad idea. But he's almost getting my rook trapped here. I've got one square. He plays across. So king up allows the natural rook to support the pawn. But rook on the g file and a sacrifice becomes potentially an issue. Yeah. I'm going to risk playing f4 here and potentially forward. So rook across. So he plays over. I don't mind trading there, I don't think. I can just push here, right? He can't take because I just take back. So he can't play rook takes because I just take. So if I take, he checks. King up. Knight across, I have to take. I'm going to have to take and play this. Obviously, knight can come in, I'm going to have to take. So I might be walking into some sort of self-mate. If I am, so be it. But can I check? Takes, takes, king takes. Yeah, he has played it, so I'm going to have to take. Ooh, yeah, I have to take because he's threatening checkmate. I have to take. He's got check on the diagonal, I've seen that. And I think I have to block. I think I have to play this. Oh, and I missed that. Can I play across though, hit his queen? Nope, that wins the game. That wins the game, well done, well done. So I probably should have won that one, but I'm still doing alright overall. Alright overall. Time for one more game. There's only 8 minutes left, so the next game will be my last one, I think, whatever happens in it. Barring, you know, a really rapid defeat within a minute or so. 1893, good luck. Let's try not to lose to 3 1800s in the same event. It wouldn't surprise me if I do though. Okay. So c5. Let's play knight over. Plays up. So I'm going to play pawn up. It's again risky because I'm leaving the knight hanging, but let's castle. Okay, now I'm going to take. So knight up and rook across maybe. Okay, hits the knight. I don't think I can go forward, I just lose it. So where do I want it to go? It's got to be right here, I guess. So let's guard this square. It gives me an option to put my own bishop there as well. I could even play that now. Knight down. Actually, what's wrong with playing that now? I might be losing a pawn, but I get rid of his defending bishop. He goes with queen, so he gives me a target. Interesting, interesting. He's got a target of his own. Also play king up. Again, like that last game, I'm going to try and open the f-file, I think. But is it possible? Is it actually possible without losing on the spot? Okay. Let's bring the knight back this way. I think simplifying the position now is very good. Okay, so I have to drop back there to free this knight. Now if I go forward, there's no reverse gear. He's covered that. So up he just attacks it, so I have to go at the corner, which means the knight is now out of play. Which means this is not good anymore. F6 takes is no good. Up knight takes, pawn takes is probably the best shot I've got, because I'm going to kick his other knight and then look for F6. I'm hitting the pawn as well. Again, I'm 30 seconds down again. How am I doing this? He plays up. Let's take that knight. I'm going to try and force these rooks off because I'm doing double up. Oh, what have I done? I don't believe it. I do not believe I fell for that. How on earth can I lose to 3 1800s in the same event? That should be impossible. Wow. That is absolutely shocking, isn't it? That is absolutely shocking. Just pure concentration. Right, 1900, good luck. Wow, so I've started brilliantly well and then jumped off a nice big cliff. Not so good. I don't know what on earth he's waiting for. Some players do literally go at the very last split second. What on earth I think they're gaining from it? I have no idea. He doesn't even make a move. Okay, I'll just stop there. There's only 450 left. Why he did that, I have no idea. Some players literally do leave it to the very last split second and make a move, but that's the end of my event. So when I'm stopping, I'm 109th out of 1873, so that's still very, very good overall. I performed at 2080, average opponent 2059. So what's that, 19 games? 9 wins, 2 draws, and 8 losses, I guess. Yep. So very, very good. So thank you to everybody who's seen this. I'll be back, like I say, tomorrow.